Hello and welcome to another episode of the Debug Life. Today we're going to be talking about a somewhat unfamiliar concept, the idea of going really small in order to achieve big results. We'll explore the idea that focusing on one thing each day is the key to achieving extraordinary success. Despite our tendency to multitask, success comes from doing the right things in the right sequence, with each action building on the last. We also delve into the concept of the domino effect and how focusing on the right priorities can lead to momentum and awesome results. Focusing on one thing each day is what leads to extraordinary success. This feels counterintuitive because we're used to multitasking, but success comes from doing the right things in the right sequence, each action building on the last rather than doing lots of unrelated things simultaneously. You start by creating a big vision for your life and then narrowing your focus until you're thinking small. Going small means ignoring the many things you could do and focusing on the right things that will actually make a big impact. It also involves recognizing that not everything is equally important and finding the things that matter most. Finally, it involves connecting your daily actions with what you ultimately want in your life. Most people think and live their days in the opposite way. Achieving big goals seems too intimidating and time consuming, so they keep themselves busy with immediate demands rather than looking to the future. They keep their calendars packed and to do lists unprioritized, leaving them feeling overwhelmed and unaccomplished. The key to productivity and being effective is not trying to do as many things as possible, but rather focusing on a select few tasks that will have the greatest impact. These high priority tasks should be the ones that align with your goals and your priorities and that will move you closer to actually achieving them. When you focus on the right priorities, everything falls into place like the progression of dominoes. Each domino contains a small amount of energy, and as the chain of falling dominoes progresses, the energy in the sequence builds to an outsized results. In the early 80s, physicist Lauren Whitebread discovered that a single domino could bring down another domino that's 50% bigger. The 10th domino in a sequence would be nearly as tall as NFL quarterback Peyton Manning. The 23rd would be taller than the Eiffel Tower, and the 57th would be comparable in height to the distance between the Earth and the Moon. Success in life is sequential. It isn't achieved overnight or by doing many different things simultaneously. Instead, you build momentum by doing the smallest thing you can do today and building on that achievement the next day. When it comes to focus, one saying has always stuck with me. You can go a mile wide and an inch deep, or you can go an inch wide and a mile deep. Getting things done requires you to focus. It requires you to follow one course until successful. You can learn to create better results by managing procrastination and distractions and focusing on the most important activity. Procrastination happens when we desire to do something other than the task at hand. There's an aversion to doing the task itself, or a mixture of both. You can overcome procrastination by learning to recognize when you're doing it and simply acknowledging it's there. Once you do, try telling yourself you only have to work on the task for a few minutes, and if you still want to quit, you can. More often than not, you'll find a willingness to continue. Distractions yank you away from your focus and delay your progress. Having your phone nearby, browsing the internet, or allowing negative thoughts to intrude continuously are all distractions that cost you heavily, even though they can be easily remedied. If you run into any distractions, eliminate them as quickly as possible. In conclusion, focusing on one thing each day is essential for achieving extraordinary results. By creating a big vision for your life, narrowing your focus, and connecting your daily actions with your ultimate goals, you build momentum and make progress toward achieving your dreams. The key is not to try to do too many things at once, but rather to focus on the few high priority tasks that will have the greatest impact.